And switching over to the game, so we're good to go. Welcome back, everyone. And by that I mean Big Guy. Thanks for coming back.
Hey, where else would I want to be?
Oh, you have a social life. And apparently a very, very busy work life at the moment.
Yeah,
which is
mostly it's a busy work life.
Okay, yep. So we had to leave this here. I remember this now. So we had to finish off here because I made a mistake. Can't remember what the mistake was, but whatever it was, hopefully I won't make it again. I think it was like something specific I needed to buy. Al Capone locked up. That's right. We left with Al Capone getting arrested in April.
Well,
Turn the volume a little bit.
yeah.
Not quite that high. All right, and yes, we didn't get the. And we also didn't sell the two newspapers. Oh well. We did get this and the political poster, which is good. What we're shooting for next is this, which is undercover. So we're going to try and do a centerist paper. Bless you. We're going to go ahead and... Okay, so... It was 10, and there was something specifically that I needed. Was it this?
No, we got.
Was it this? Yes, that's what it was. I don't need this. I bought this, and I don't need this. I specifically remember. Yeah, because we only need 4 of these and 2 of these, and this already says unlocked 4. So 5 and 6 here are superfluous. Is that worded correctly?
Yeah.
Unnecessary. But there are things that I for sure can get with this 10 influence point that we could make use of. Trying to figure out what would be the most important thing that we could get. Yep. Comfort, no. Security, no, we're good there. This is more crime boosting stuff, which we're going to get to when we unlock more stuff. That's sports boosting. Medium plant is tempting. The gumball machine.
Well,
Not tempting as much as I would like. What I want is here, the Ritz Theater. They have this thing, this popcorn machine, which is what kind of snacks? What kind of snacks did you guys have? Like in the office building, because like this one will only let me get gumballs, popcorn, coffee, and water. And I feel like
You mean in the old movie theater?
no. I mean when you were a reporter.
Oh,
I mean I know you guys were on
we had
Capitol Hill.
we had a refrigerator, and we'd bring our own snacks in. We were in a townhouse, and it was only the second and third floor of the townhouse, and.
So it's basically like a house.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm gonna go ahead and accept this guy's work because I feel like we've strung him along for a little bit. It said print politics the most. What's the restriction here? Just one inspiration? We could do that. We could also go here to Newark. Because I kind of do want to get to this Ritz Theater, and that involves going to Milburn first. Unless there was something else that we were working towards. Do you remember if there was something specific that we were working towards?
No, we got to one of our goals had been to get to the ship, and we
got there, and then we got the European radio tower.
European.
And we will need more of that, but. For now, I think we're good. We have an objective and a district that we're going for. I think we start. And then we're going to immediately pause as soon as I'm able to, just so I can check on a few things. Come on. There we go. Pause. Okay. And looking around. That's what it was. Okay. So, That door is in a very inconvenient place. How long before I can pop this up? 10,000. Ooh, I can actually do it right now, but...
How much do you have right now?
I have 11,000.
Yeah,
That margin of error is not as wide as I would like, but that does mean I kind of want to be stingy with spending money this week. So I'm going to order a pallet of paper just to have it. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I need? Do I need food yet? We have 71 there and 64 there, so we're good on like our only food, which is the water cooler. We're even more sparse than your little townhouse here. We don't need coal yet. Oh, that's right, we got 100% power usage. So I can't buy anything that uses power until I for sure pop up one floor. Okay. Okay, I think we're good.
Let's go.
I think we're going to unpause. We're going to check the ads really quick. Sure. Go ahead, Anthony. And then I'll check hiring at the end because I'm satisfied with our crew now, but there always is a possibility for some nice political poster goes. Yeah, I'll put 3 in here. 1, 2.
I put one on the. Okay.
I'm just boosting the 3 things that are requiring it, so I'm trying to make them somewhat equidistant.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Okay. What was I saying? Right. We want to try and save money. I know I just spent some, but I would strike that as necessary. Okay. I think we just got to wait for the telegraphers to do their work. Come on, boys. Looks like we have 3 working, and 24 on this side. That means an iteration of 7, so basically 3 per day. If we get 3 stories knocked out in a day, we are exactly where we want to be. I mean, like in terms of progress. Assault at Speakeasy leaves victim hospitalized. Looks like they're both crime. We can do 1 in each. It's 1. Well, first of all, what are we looking for? We are looking for inspiration and society. And then we want politics the most. We do have a gold tag here, so that's kind of nice. We want that. We want more shinies. So I'm going to go ahead and put, I guess, 1 of each in each of them because we don't really have a better choice. All right, and then these 2 are about to pop up as well. So we get this one, which is Revenue Finale. I'm reading that right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Review finale.
Review.
So
okay,
it's like theatrical. I think.
Yeah, no, that makes way more sense. This is an entertainment thing. This guy does the natural coordinator, which means he automatically unlocks the next stage. Risk of Boycott will remove some of our ads, but we'll get a gold tag, or we can get these 2 tags. You know what? I'd rather do the 2 than the 1. Well, more accurately, I don't want to deal with the boycott. So, Sergey, we're going to go ahead and do the Opera House, which is going to automatically unlock these. It's going to unlock both, but we can only do 1. And then that's going to go to Terry here. Cool. Let that play out. And then we have another crime one. I'm pretty sure we just used up all our crime guys. Oh, Linda can do something here. Society. She can do society. Well, at least she can work on that. Torch murders, shock, Ypsilanti. Why can I say that, but not the other word?
I don't
Resume.
know.
Suspects apprehended and sentenced within 2 days to life in prison. That was a short trial. I watch a lot of trials. That's a very short trial. Yes, I watch trials for entertainment. It's weird. I got into this weird habit of watching trials ever since during the pandemic. There was a very public murder trial where the guy worked as his own defense. I'll just say the name, Daryl Brooks. Anyway, every single aspect of the murder trial was broadcasted. And, you know, a lot of murder trials, because they have a defense lawyer that says, hey, I don't want to be open to the public, generally shuts that off. This guy didn't think to do that. So you can watch the entire murder trial, see every single stage of it. And I don't know, that was fascinating to me. He was guilty, and they found him guilty. So, you know, I guess you can go into that knowing spoilers of at least... See, this is why we want Undercover. Portuguese army quells revolt. We have literally no way of obtaining this story.
Yeah.
But we can get this story, and because it's one or the other, we can just go ahead and do that. Yes, I'm annoyed by the 300, but it's still ultimately worth it. I have to wait for, there you go, Steven to come back. So I'm going to go here. It's going to automatically close that off. Army suppresses armed uprising in the capital. Well, I don't know much about Portugal, but that does not sound fun. Do you have a drink there? You okay?
No, I'm fine.
No, no, I
I'm
do
okay.
get it. There's like so much pollen in the air. It hits everyone differently. I, for instance, tend to get a bit of a stuffy nose, which is very annoying. Um, no, I'm not sick. I just an allergy. It's not the most attractive way of dealing with it. Honestly, a light cough or even a light rash might be something I'd prefer. I don't know. I thankfully don't have that many like rash reactions. So I speak in full ignorance when I say I would rather have that than the other one.
Now, what do we have in the pipeline?
In the pipeline, fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and we are going to. I'm gonna start quickly organizing this because my OCD demands it.
And we have to have, what are our two?
We need to have one society, one inspiring, and we need to print politics the most. So those are. This is apparently more valuable. Those are our restrictions. Sorry, I'm just doing a little sorting here. These are all 2. These ads are 1 each, but they also give money, so I do think they're slightly more valuable. These ones have a negative modifier of being late, so they are less valuable than normal one tag slots. I'm not even looking at the actual story content. I'm just looking at how the game evaluates them. And then the Portuguese army. That'll be here. Nope, still got 3 more ones to sort. 2 more ones to sort. Come on. 1 more to sort, and okay. So what we're working on is data bank collapse triggers financial panic. Let's go ahead and prioritize this just because it'll sync up nice with this one, which we already have, which is unemployment demonstration sparks violence in Germany. See, they have 2 things in common, economy and politics. So, European. So those will completely synergize, and that'll be a nice little thing to have. Then we have Hoover withdraws Nevada lands for Naval Ammunition Depot.
Yeah,
Bible student movement adopts the name Jehovah Witnesses. Fun. The birth of Jehovah Witnesses. Review finale stirs outrage. But I can say Ypsilanti. I can say that, no problem.
Now, do we have that already, or
No, that's being worked on.
Yeah.
So the ones that are, I don't know if you can tell the color here, but the ones that are green right here, those are complete, and then the ones that are gray-ish, those are not complete.
Okay.
It's just a quick way you can, see, these ads are done and those 2 aren't, but it's just a quick way of being able to tell. Withdraw those.
So we need
politics, and we haven't discovered an inspiring yet, but we already have a society in the works. So we don't need to worry about society. We also want to aim for moderate here in the center because we want to get that undercover because, as you saw, there are some missions, some news articles that we can only get if the reporter has the undercover modifier. So that is something we want to try and shoot for. All of this is sort of contingent on us adding a next floor next week, though. So not the modifier. I'm sorry. I was in my brain another step ahead of what I have to do to add the power block and expand the printing block. Whew, sorry, that was a lot of talking all at once, and I didn't even cover everything that was in my brain. Okay, you are waiting for someone to come back. Got it. You are both still working on it, and you are waiting for someone to come back. As soon as one of these guys comes back, he can cover this slot. Slot. I said slot. SLOT.
Yeah.
So YouTube does AI reviewed flagging for curses now. So if I don't specify that, when it comes to manual review, they might just say, "Oh, the AI flagged it as Generally, I'm pretty sure I'd be fine, but that's not one of those things I want to mess with. So just to clarify, slot. Which, by the way, is I was checking out what the other route is, and the last benefit of being on the mob route rather than the politicians route is casino. So casino stuff, which is kind of funny in its own right. I think it's funny. But you can basically have one entire floor of your news tower just be casino.
You don't want that.
No, I don't. Especially since the only people who come in are my
Criminals.
no, are my reporters, which basically means I am stealing from my own employees, and that just doesn't feel right. Sergey, you're going to go ahead and pop this off because the key is going to trigger, which means that's going to pop off, and we're going to go ahead and set Ronald in here. Teachers play wins, author ill. So the teacher is ill. You can just say ill teachers.
Or it's not.
Teacher sidelines but writes sought after success.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm okay with that story because it gives up my reporter's experience, but frankly, that does not sound that entertaining. Still waiting for the European story to pop. No, European story did pop off. There's going to be a second one coming. Got it. In 5 hours. Well, I guess it's got to go across the entire wire. It's a physical wire at this point in history, right?
Well, it was.
I know they still have an actual
Cable.
transatlantic cable that physically spans from one continent to the other, and apparently a lot of the internet is still going through that. But I think a lot of it nowadays is also done by satellite. Ooh. Okay. Psychic doesn't really help you avoid injury, but please, please don't get hurt. Dang it. I do enjoy the sound effect, though. Alright, well, she's out of commission for 4 days, which is Sunday. That's annoying. And then we have one more European story. Polygot. We do have a polygot. Who's a polygot? You are a polygot. So you have to be available. Alexander Ligma can get no more assignments until this one's done. Stefan. That was Family Matters. That's awesome. Okay, so as soon as 9 hours. In 9 hours, Alexander Ligma is going to go immediately into the story. Sweet. What was I saying? Family Matters. Stephen Urkel was the big breakout character, even though he wasn't initially. He was supposed to be the annoying neighbor, and then he very quickly became the star. In later seasons...
of what show?
Family Matters.
There we go.
I said that, but you may have missed it. In later seasons, because he's a super genius, he invents the Dr. Jekyll Mr. Hyde potion, and he calls himself Stefan Urkel. And that was like the first time I realized you could sort of like, yeah, someone's uncomfortable, that's not great. That was the first time I realized that you could pronounce names kind of however you wanted.
Who's uncomfortable?
It looks like this person is from Heat. I can do something about that.
Fan?
Yeah, well, I don't have a fan yet. I do, but only for the walls. I don't have an overhead fan yet. But what I can do is an air vent, which is annoying, but I'll get rid of it later. And then one for right here as well. This is a lost cause, but no one works in here, and no one else seems to be uncomfortable. All right, I think we're good. Speaking of, ads person. I just realized I haven't given you a job in a while. Stefan Urkel. That was my whole point. Now I'm waiting for Stefan McLeod. No, I'm waiting for Alexander Ligma.
Yeah.
2 hours in game isn't that long. It should be just long enough for me to take a sip from my drink. Hold on. Oh wow, I finished my entire drink quicker than I thought. I'll grab another one in between leaks. Oh, I don't have to necessarily look at the... I was going to say I don't have to look at the comfort level anymore. Earthquake strikes with unprecedented force. We have a magnitude of a story. Oh, that was a pun that's kind of in poor taste. The most powerful earthquake ever recorded happened this morning in Texas, centered near the town of Valentine. Hey!
Yeah.
Is that...
I think it's a real town.
No, it's not that. But is that specifically the town that was in the gunfight, the OK Corral?
Oh, I cannot remember.
Anyway, the tremors lasted for 72... Hey, tremors. Sorry, that's me and my dad's one of our favorite
movies.
Well, the first one and the second one. I was going to say the whole series, but the first one and the second one I think are just gems, and then the rest of them progress kind of downward rapidly. Anyway, turned upside down. By the way, they're free on YouTube with ads, but still. We should send some reports now to document this disaster. This will surely rock our readers. This person's really big on, like, very tasteless puns. Okay. So, pause. Pause. Sorry, I've been playing another game, so my brain's hotkeys are different. So we're waiting on Ligma, but these two can go in. Who has the longest? 1 day, 12 hours. So you get that, which becomes 19. And then Linda, I need you to... They're all the same. You go ahead and take the church. We're going to wait for Stefan to get back in 9 hours, and then hopefully... 22 hours up. Yeah, so hopefully Linda will be able to get back in time for us to get Valentine Town. This is waiting on someone who can cover crime. And this is waiting on some... This is specifically waiting on Mr. Ligma. Okay, is this Mr. Ligma, by the way? No. Go up here, Ronald. Ronald McPorter. I think I can go ahead and close this. I already know that I have 2 telegraphers working on this, and I don't need to be looking at the comfort level anymore. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and leave this breaking news tab up, just because otherwise I might forget that there is something specific that we're looking for. Mr. Ligma! Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Hold on. There is something that I've been waiting to give you. You go right here, and because he has polygot, this opens, and we're actually able to send some... We are actually able to send someone to Society Story. Not right now, because that apparently is an earthquake thing right now.
Well, we haven't been given a society story.
Yes, we have. This symbol means society.
Oh.
I know that you're not paying attention to the symbols, but you really should. It's,
All right,
it's a
all
video
right.
game more than news. Although it does reference actual news stories, which is fun. But you got to keep in mind what brings home the bacon is the game, not the neat little news stories, even though I think that's what makes it a great game. We're going to go ahead and throw, I guess, Ronald into the mix because, well, no real reason in particular. And I still need one of these guys to come back.
I was paying attention to something else on the screen. The story we just... Jazz Icon is the
Jazz Icon...
Biederbeck.
Biederbeck?
Biederbeck.
Biederbeck. Biederbeck discovers unresponsive in apartment.
Wow. I don't know his stuff, but I've heard the name.
Interesting. We're still waiting on... Oh, yeah, no, because we're waiting on Society? Is that what we're waiting on? What's Sergey working on? Sorry, I know I'm kind of just shooting around here, trying to figure out... I know that we're waiting on anyone who can cover Society, but they're all dependent on the earthquake story for right now. Dependent. Focused on is the term I meant to say. Which I guess if you're dependent on someone, you're very focused on that. Oh, sorry, I'm very crickety-cracky. But yeah, no, last week there was the heat situation, and I had a pretty full work day, and I work outside, so who's this? Stefan. Nice to see you, Stefan. Yes, you're going right back into it. And
Was there a reason you chose that over Valentine?
nah, they're both the same in
Okay.
terms of like the amount of time it was going to take.
Okay.
But I still need one more person who can work Society to come back to the building. Ding. Yeah, I know. 3. Yeah. So this person just finished, which means they're probably going to be the one to come back. Preferably in this taxi cab. Please. Please. Alright, so let's go ahead and immediately take the news article out of her hand. Give it to this guy. Ooh. This person's kind of pissed off. Oh, they're probably taking care of their biological needs. And then immediately drag you in here. And now because we have one person in all the slots, this is going to get finished and I don't have to worry about this 6 hours up here in the corner. Now, I need 3 hours and 13, so 3 hours is going to be Christopher. He's going to visit Ypsilanti and discover the torch murders. That does not sound like a fun assignment.
Yeah, I know.
Sergey here can go ahead and cover the bank. Central banks agree to purchase 125 million bills from the Bank of England.
Ooh.
Huh. That must be to support them in their build up to what is eventually going to become World War II. And then no, that was the same thing. It just turned blue because he unlocked it automatically. Okay, cool. And then what do I need for this European story? I'm still waiting on Anyone Who Works Society to finish the Earthquake story. Cool. All right, so I had to pause for a bit there because I feel like a lot of things were happening simultaneously, but caught up a bit. It is Thursday. We have essentially 3 in-game days. And I think, hold on, let's very quickly look at the printing thing. We got some new stories that I have to reorganize, or put into organization, I should say. You'll notice that a couple of the stories that I already organized now look in places that they weren't before in terms of organization. That's because they grew, they got more components to the story got added. Also, I don't like the sloppy production. That's very unfortunate. And then this one goes up here. No, we're still waiting on someone who can cover that. Close. And this is a 4, so it goes up here with the other 4s. And this is a 3. Goes up here with the other 3s. This is an add. This is a 2. And one last 2. But this is probably going to grow more than 2. But for right now, it's just a 2. Okay, so we have this one being worked on. This one, Soviet Union mandates the literacy. Mandates literacy. Ambitious goals are overreach. I don't know. We kind of mandate literacy. We just don't carry through very well.
Well, but...
Sorry, that was the wrong button.
In the old days, in countries like Russia, poor people usually did not know how to read. And the middle class was very undereducated.
Dad, I really don't want you to look up the current literacy rate in America.
I don't want to either.
It is depressing. Okay, so still waiting on a criminal guy. Entertainer. I have a free entertainer, or a free entertainment reporter. Okay, cool. So that's now being covered. We're still waiting on an economist and a criminal person and economist, a crime reporter, and a society reporter. Which one's gonna pop out of this cab? Ronald Porter, come on down. All right. What do you have on you? You are politics. Do I have a politics story? I don't think I do. Of all the things I'm looking for. Yeah, so there's Capitol Hill right here, but that is...
maybe, but not really.
Yeah, this is more economy-based. And this, I'm pretty sure, is, society. Okay, Ronald, sadly, you are not the one I need. You were the chosen one! You were supposed to unite the Jedi, not divide... Sorry. For anyone paying attention, that was the prequel trilogy.
Who's showing up now?
Ooh, Stefan. Stefan can... Oh, Christopher showed up. I don't know when he became free, but sure. I thought Stefan could do that one. Can Stefan do Society? Was Society Stefan? Yes. So in 5 minutes, there you go. Now Stefan can do this. All right, we are looking golden here. Yes, you're going to tell me that... This week's hot topic is society. Unfortunately, I need to prioritize politics. Nope, society is one of them. And inspiring. Oh my god, I forgot about inspiring. Do I have an inspiring? I do. This just became priority number 1. Do I have another inspiring before that one? Nope, that is the highest rank inspiring story that we have. Teacher, I really was not really enthused about your story, but it looks like you're going to be in the paper.
Why?
Because we need it. It's one of the objectives. For no other reason than the game says we need it, to be honest.
Well, that was all I needed to know.
Yeah. I think we're still waiting on this guy for Alexander Ligma to come back. As soon as he does, he's going to have some immediate work. A little bit
And
worried about my... Oop, there he is. Boop. And you can go ahead and drop off your story as well. You cover here. Neat. And with that, I don't think I have any more blue exclamation points, which means all my stories are currently being covered. Neat. Except for you. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. By that I mean we don't need to rush anything right now. Yeah, we're just waiting for people to come by and deliver their stories and do their work.
how many days?
Both of these guys are in the toilet. Literally, both of my editors are in the toilet. Okay, hold on. You come all the way down. I'm literally just saving you the legwork. As soon as you're done, you're coming down too. We are on Friday, so...
So we should be able to get a couple of those stories.
yeah, essentially a day and a half remaining. Boop. All right. Both of you guys get to work. With your biologicals, 13 stories. Oh, half of them. No, we only got a third of them covered. Still, they tend to focus on giving you the higher ranking stories first, so kind of good there. Man, I gotta micromanage the editing phase because that's where we're lacking right now. We're slacking.
Maybe this is both.
Yes. Cool. We did hit a little bottleneck when both of those guys were in the bathroom at the same time. Go ahead, Ronald. Eeny, meeny, miny. Here. Cool. Come to think of it, we should probably prioritize anything with politics in it. You have politics in you.
Should.
You already made, so I don't have to worry about prioritizing you. You are already made, so I don't have to worry about prioritizing you. Those are the only politics stories? Wow, we're going to have to synergize them. Okay, we can do that. We can make it work. I believe in us. I still have to micromanage the editing, though, because we are way behind because both these people were in the bathroom at the same time. Wish I had noticed that sooner. Ding.
Wait, let's...
There. Quick thinking tellers, foil robbers. You go here. She's already walking that over. Really wish you guys were going faster. Like, look at these giant piles of work for you guys. Ding. Ooh. Eeny, meeny, pause.
Well, how timely is that? Hungary just did a regime change.
Oh. Bethan resigns as Hungry PM. Yeah, I guess it is a little relevant. Okay, we're going to buy the ticket. And we're going to send Sergey. Oh, we can't send Sergey. We want to send a politician. Terry, you go ahead and get this covered. I want this because this gold is, even with the lawsuit, more valuable than both of these silvers. And that's the logic behind that decision. Over here, we have an injury. Screw that. I don't want to deal with it. I already had like 2 different people injured. Alright, popping this over because you have no time for them to be wasted on walking around. Wasting. I don't want them walking around wasted either, but that's a different problem. You know, I'm actually a little tense, so this sort of calm, relaxing jazz music is a little frustrating. It's like, I'm not getting it. You. Sure, why not?
It's a strange headline.
Just American made. It's about European can't match our product, says Van Dyke.
Okay. It's
I'm
kind of an optimism story.
Yeah, uplifting. Another ding. This is.
We thought we already.
It was a two-part story. It is Saturday. All right. Once we get to the bell ring, then I'm gonna to load up what we have and then see what we're hoping for. Come on, guys, do your work faster, please. It's gonna go ding. It's gonna go ding. All right. Printing. We don't need, but this is politics. This is triple sync. This is also politics. I would very much like. This is prioritized. Okay, cool. Ooh, hold on. Yoink. And yoink. All right, that should speed up that process an incremental amount. Let's go back to this. So we're kind of hoping, I guess, for an economy story on that front page. But in the meantime, what we're looking for is a society piece. Sure, why not? Doesn't really matter where I put it. Another society piece. And inspirational? Inspirational. Where is that inspirational story I tagged earlier? This one. In the entertainment area. Sure. I'm going to go ahead and throw it here. Didn't synchronize with anything. And then finally here is where I need to do like all politics. Politics for days. Yeah, I need this one to finish.
Or do we have time?
It says that we do, but I do have to like stay like directly on top of that for that to be the case. Because every once in a while, when it gets distracted or goes to the bathroom or employees, why can't they be robots? Which is funny because they're robots. Anyway, yes, we are waiting on at least 2 stories to be complete, and we have essentially just 23 and a half hours to do it. I think we got it. It's going to be a little bit down to the wire, and I have to micromanage these guys on their typesetting, but we got it. Typesetting and assembling. I always forget which one comes first between them two. I mean, it makes sense when you explain why the one that comes before the other does, but my brain just goes like, why? Get to work. A little bit faster, please. A little bit softer now. A little bit softer now. Hey. Okay, so European story we're working on. Sure, I'll take the lawsuit. 2 is fine. And we do have lawyers, right? Yeah, we have 2 lawyers. This is fine. This works out fine.
We've got like.
Well, lawsuits don't resolve this week. They resolve 5 days from when you get them, which could be next week. So.
No, I was talking about our cash supply.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter because the lawyer makes the instead of paying for the lawsuit, you pay for the lawyers hourly, and it's always cheaper than the lawsuit. So we essentially are already paying for the lawyer, so we don't have to worry about what we would pay for the lawsuit. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Sometimes things make sense in my head, but then as I start talking, I lose faith in what I'm saying. Not because I think it's wrong, just because I realize I've skipped some words or got it tangled in my explanation. Espionage in the dugout. Sure, why not?
Sports, right?
Yeah. And Hoover's public perception. Who cares?
It was President Hoover.
Yes, not the FBI guy. All right, so trying to see. 7 hours. Ooh, we're not going to get it. We are not going to get that. All right. So since we're not going to get the 2 that we really want, we have to make do with what we actually have. So for that, we are looking for one politics because we need to synergize that. Pretty sure at least one of these is politics. No matter how far down I gotta go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Really? No more politics? Really?
I thought Hoover's public perception.
No, it's complete. It's not.
Oh.
There. Okay, well that means I want this to be the front page. Excuse me. Boop. And boop. Yes, I know I'm losing 17,000 readers, but otherwise I will fail the prompt, and I can't have that either. So we now currently have everything we need in the paper. So we get to fill the blank slots with what are the highest ranking stories we have right now. The entertainment story, which, can I scroll down here? Yep. And I can synergize with that. It's still below politics, so we're still winning this one. And then we're looking for... The problem is
Society,
if I...
maybe?
It is, but the problem is if I give them society, it will tie politics and then we'll lose that objective. So it can be almost anything but society, which is annoying.
Sports, maybe?
Sports or crime are what we're currently lacking. And so basically it's between the poachers caught a trout stream.
That's both.
Or-
Crime and...
No. And then sports is team dynamics, fracture as feud goes public. Which of those two would you prefer?
Well, I already think we got a crime story in there, don't we?
We do not currently, at least according to the game.
Well, and poachers does not count as a sports story.
No, because it's talking about poaching animals, not talking
okay.
sports players.
All right. I'm torn. You choose. Team dynamics.
Cool. And we're still in moderate, so we're successful there. We have... Oh my god! So we need... It very helpfully tells you once you have all the slots filled, exactly how many paper you need. It says 454, and we have 457. We are so close. But we have what we need. So, print. Sorry, I'm just making sure. Start. And then while that does its thing, I'm going to very quickly run and grab myself a drink from the fridge around the corner. Excuse me, I'm stepping over your legs.
I could have done this.
I know, but I'm...
227,000 papers sold.
What did the two comments say?
Unrest is a mark of life. I'm leaning towards what they're leaning towards.
Cool. So basically, it bleeds its leads, and they're sheep. With the two comments. All right. Next. One district. Cool. 16,000, but we're going to spend 10,000 of it next week.
Yeah.
Got the district and influence gained. And we made this guy happy, which is good because, as we can see, we were already leaning a little bit heavily into the lady's influence, which is good. We want to be in her influence, but we also don't want him to completely hate us yet. And we have undercover. What are we winning next week? Or shooting for next week, I should say. Overtime. 25% increased speed during the weekends. That might be useful for the production staff for Saturday and Sunday. For like the editor and the typesetter, just so like we get the stories out faster. Sorry, opening my drink. I didn't think it would be quite so loud into the microphone there, but what's done is done. Quite a few people got a promotion, so expenses went up by a little bit. And okay, all right. So, and then if I go to her, she says, okay, yeah. So these two are to fight each other from now on, which is hilarious for my perspective because I can kind of play them against each other. Okay. So not in my super long playthrough.
Yeah.
But the
Look at...
I know. At the beginning of these showcasing my evaluated public highway, a little ink could go a long way. Problem is, I'm hearing Grubbles folks say it's cast half block of shadow. Here's the fix. Run a glowing story. Find a few locals will sing praises. No time for bad press. I forget what I wasn't paying attention to what he said. Okay, what I was gonna say is when my first test round, not the one that I devoted a lot of time to, but my very first test round, it said just do a mayor story. So the mayor story that popped up was a scandal. And from the video game perspective, it was still a mayor story, so I printed it. And he closed, like, it was like instant, like, you've sided with the mafia, I don't ever want to work with you again. So we potentially have a story there. We also potentially have a trap. These guys will just give me bonus points based on scoops. That's not bad. If we try and go for this district, then I probably want to go for the... Well, okay, so... The way I see it, here are our options. We can go Long Beach. We can go Flatlands. We can go Woodmire. We can go Laurelton. I don't like that the mouse covers it as I'm trying to reveal the name. We can go Long Island City. Or we can go Milburn. All of those will either scratch my OCD because we'll either be finishing something that we didn't finish before, or Milburn will specifically let us get some pretty useful things. I guess next time. What's the Firehouse? Firehouse also gives us the fan, so we could also do Port Richmond.
So I kind of like Milburn.
Milburn. All right. So if we're doing Milburn, then I am going to go ahead and do the Mafia. And the reason why is specifically because of this print at least one scoop thing. What that's going to do is get us more influence points, and we want influence points. We really want influence points. That is better than currency for us at the moment. So we're selecting this district, and I'm trying to think, is there anything that I specifically want to spend this on? No.
No.
And... Ooh. If I had... Oh, no, I do!
You do what?
I have enough... Well, the large plant, but more importantly, the Victorian wallpaper. I now can sort of greatly improve the quality of life for all our workers. It'll be expensive as hell. I'm not going to do it this week, but it's now an option. Okay, so pause. We cannot use... Yeah, I know that we can't do photos. I am intentionally going to try and do all the graphics at once. I need to immediately order more paper.
I was going to just say that's...
And then adding a floor. Alright, I don't think we actually have the... Because I have to build an entire power block. I don't think we have the money
for that
to add the actual floor other than like the infrastructure for it. So this exists, but we can't put anything up there yet.
Okay.
We are a little bit too broke for that. In the meantime, this is our ads. Yoink. I definitely forgot to check the staff members out last week. Got really distracted. Are there any super reporters? Nope. Are there any super utility? Nope. Are there any super production people? No. No. Okay. Training, we got undercovers, which is good. I didn't realize I had 2 of them. That's good to know. There's the large plant, and where are you? There you are, Victorian wallpaper. All right, like I said, it's a little bit too expensive to put in right now, but eventually, like, you see that? I'll just be able to, oh, it's so nice. Okay, can't do that yet, though. I think we just unpause.
Yeah.
18. Well, it's less than 20 last time, so should be able to get at least a few of them. Yeah, unpause. I'm going to take a big sip of the soda that I just got.
And what kind of stories are we...
Looking for?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Don't keep it going.
Sorry. Because this is a contested district, we need 3 very specific stories. We need a review, we need inspiring, and we need adventurous. But not just any review, inspiring, or adventurous. We need specific review, inspiring and adventurous, and they'll pop up. They'll have like a little halo around them when they pop up, so we will know which ones we need to get, which ones we need to nab specifically, but we won't know until it happens. Like it will indicate it'll make itself known. That's the term I was looking for. Uh-oh. This is broken. Okay. I was gonna say, if it's broken, then our guy will just go fix it. If it needs more food, which it shouldn't, because it was at 70 something last week. Oh, that was a ding. Okay, look, both of them. Okay, I don't know if you can kind of see, but you see how these got little like glow aura around it?
It's hard to see, but yeah.
So those are the stories that we need, and she is going to try and contest for it. Excuse me. Oh wow, I sped drink that soda and I burped. She's going to try.
This is a big story. In real
Salvador,
life, it was a big story.
Salvador Morenzo assassinated. Yeah. I mean, fair. So there, she immediately unlocked the next one that has a small probability of mobsters. I'm kind of okay with the mobsters coming now. Yes, never mind. We don't need any mobsters. And then I'm going to go ahead and put Ligma into the last one. We do absolutely need this. So this is a priority story. And it looks like this is only one of the three. It's adventurous. And then over here we have... And this is the remaining two. Okay, so we have all three before us. It is inspiring, and this is a review. And there's a spy. So we have to deal with a spy when the spy comes. I think I can automatically unlock this. And then I could bribe, but I could also just go about it the legitimate way and not spend extra money.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. 2 spies. Very annoying. Okay, so that means I have to hyper-focus on this entryway. And do you remember spies from last time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I just have to keep a very close eye on people approaching from the left. Maybe that is one of the things they changed, but at least if the spies haven't changed from last time... Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, you don't have to remind me. Oh, Europe. It's undercover. I haven't trained someone for undercover yet. Steven. No. Because undercover is primarily crime, and he doesn't have a crime moniker, so it's better that Terry... Yeah, go ahead and just go to the Nazi Party headquarters. Gilal Rubal found dead in Hitler's apartment. Impact on Hitler's circle of the Nazi Party. Don't know who that was, but apparently they were not well liked by Hitler. Not the worst list to be on. Well, depending on where you are. I was going to say, depending on where you are in history. Towards the end, there were several people he didn't like. Towards the beginning, I wouldn't want to be on any of his lists. Boop. 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 I'm just going to manually run them up there so I don't confuse them for spies later on. I also heard a ding, right? I heard a ding?
No, I didn't.
Yes! I did hear a ding. Eeny, meeny, miny, Kieri. And prioritize. I have to prioritize these. I forgot about that. Okay. Actually, speaking of, let's quickly go down, move these to the way top, because these are mandatory stories. Boop. And all the way to the way top. Boop. Expand. Prioritize. Expand. And those are all 3 prioritized. Okay, cool. I
keep focused on the front doors.
Yeah, me too. I'm so scared to go like higher to see what's going on up there. Just part of the reason why I put the things I don't need to micromanage higher up, because then I'm not distracted by them. I see you, lady. You're walking fast. Are you gonna go up? No. Okay.
But the guy behind her in the gray.
No, they all go a certain speed. Like the speed that she's walking is the speed that spies go.
Somebody went up.
That's my guy. I manually moved him just now. See, this guy, he might be a spy based on how fast he's walking. I heard a ding, but I don't want to look away from him. Okay, he went by. Very quickly, sports. Spectators elated by glamorous champion. Go ahead and go to the gym. All right. I don't think anyone walked in the door in that short period of time, and the officer would react if he did. This guy's got a stride to him. He's walking a little slow, so I don't think he's going right past. You go up, so I don't confuse you for a spy. We're moving.
I would.
Yes. Okay, so all our necessary stories are covered. I see you, guy. I see you. All right, he went past. That was a ding. Quickly. Europe. Go ahead. Buy a ticket. Italy, Vatican reached an agreement. I guess they chose a pope. I don't see Polygot, Porter. Oh, no. Crap. So you gotta go to the politics one. And that means you gotta go to the Vatican City one. Alright. Did anyone come upstairs? You're walking fast.
There's somebody
No.
going up to the third floor.
I'm not worried about the third floor. They'd come to the first floor first. So, the only thing that the spy would sabotage is on the first floor. That's another reason I've sort of clustered it the way that it has. That's more great game strategy than anything else. Is the spies only going to go sabotage something that's being worked on, and they're only being worked on here. Mobsters will destroy things on every floor, but sorry, they both walked by. But spies will only focus on printing stuff, because there's nothing to spy on in the. I guess that doesn't make sense because the reporter would have the notes on their desk, but I guess the implication is that they turn in all their notes when they come to turn the story in. Council halts farm sales. We're looking for economy and politics. We're going to go ahead and put politics here, and we don't have an economist? Okay. Oh, it was an either or. I didn't notice it was an either or.
Okay,
I know.
Two guys coming up on the left.
I can see him. And also, Clark Kent gets a little exclamation point above his head when it indicates that a spy has walked past him. So that's super helpful. Okay, cool.
It's taking a long.
Dude, sometimes the spies come immediately. Sometimes they come on Sunday. It is so, like they're really. Oh, this guy might be it. I'm fairly certain that guy in the gray is it. He's got the walk. He's on the right, the Y level. Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna bet heavily. Yeah, it's him. Okay. I won't be able to get rid of him until he gets to that floor, but that is for sure one of the spies. Come on to the floor. Stop confusing you in the gray shirt. Spy. There he goes. All right, we got one more remaining. It may even be this girl here. Woman. Sorry. I don't know why I apologize to an NPC, but it felt important.
Somebody just went in.
He came out. That's the spy. He's got his hands up and everything.
Whoop.
I know, that's her. That was the one I was calling out from the beginning. And yes, I see this blinking up in the corner, but I want to get rid of the spy first. And boop. All right, both spies have been taken care of. We are golden. Let's go ahead and pop this off, and then no, let's go ahead and give Linda some experience. You're waiting on me. Soapbox Derby crowds Mount Tabor. Oh, dude, if you did a whole Soapbox Derby down the side of a mountain, that'd be awesome. Okay, so the sports one looks like it has a silver tag, so we're doing that. And then this is just 2 economy stories. Okay, so construction of the Rockefeller Center. Building work has started, and the largest private construction project of its time. All right, pretty decent. Over here we are waiting on society. Anyone? Gotcha. All right. Neat little European story going there. It is Friday. As far as publishing is concerned, 3 hours until that one is done, and 22 hours until this one's done. So this one, I mean, that's still fine. We got 72 ostensibly here, but I'll keep an eye on that. Who has this story right now? You do. All right. So in 2 hours, I will manually move you to the next. Boop. All right. So move. All right. He seems to be working on something. She's in the bathroom. Where is she at? Yeah, she must be going to the bathroom. No, she's going down. All right, pick you up and just take care of the stairs for you. You know, Why should they have to do the legwork when I can do it for them? We for sure got this article. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. It just reorganized everything. That was annoying. Alright, fine. Sort by completedness. That was less helpful than I was hoping for. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of all the 1-star late ones, because no matter what, we have better choices than these, and they're sort of cluttering up the space. Okay, I'm very annoyed at myself for pushing that button, because this does trigger my OCD just a bit, that they're not organized anymore, so I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry, I'm making you wait through my, you know... I'm not gonna call it my disability, because there actually are people who suffer from OCD, whereas I just have mild compulsions. I definitely do feel better when it all looks the way I think it should. Nice and organized. There was, and I haven't seen quite as many episodes of Big Bang Theory as you and Mother, but there was one that I remember where they were trying to get, Sheldon's the tall one, right? And Leonard's the short one?
Yeah.
They were trying to get Sheldon to like relax from his OCD and his completionism. And what his girlfriend was doing was like starting things, and then before he got to complete it, stopping it. Like, you know, setting up a bunch of dominoes, but then not knocking them down. Right. Starting tic-tac-toe, but not finishing the game. Like, things like that. And that is how I feel about this level of disorganization, where, like, it's not the end of the world, but, ooh, I just want to go in there. I just want to go in there. Let me just go in and fix it. Let me click it. It won't take long. Let me fix it. It'll be just a second. Let me fix it. Anyway. So, you guys...
I think you got it now.
Yes, I am down to the last thing, which is the ads. This guy, which is a 4-star, or sorry, a 4-slot. That's a 2. This is 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 a 2, sorry. This is a 2. This is a 2. And this is a 2. This is a late 2, so it's less valuable than the other one. And this is a bronze 2, so it's less valuable than the silver's 2. Okay, now it's organized, and I'm totally sorry for that. I apologize. It didn't need to happen, but I feel so much better for it. Okay, cool. Still 2 more days, and I definitely think we're going to make all our targets. Oh, look! He leveled up. He got a nice little level up thing. Our text editor. Good on him. Where's my drink?
Your new drink.
My soon-to-be-gone drink. My God. I work with animals during the day, and I don't spend a lot of time talking to them. So doing this with you and going from like maybe having one complete conversation over the course of a day to just talking straight for an hour and a half, it's I get thirsty.
Yeah.
Yes, I know I can't produce photos. Can you? Oh, you're just gonna. You're gonna stay there until I buy a photographer. You're annoying.
Well, you've got the photographer and the 5th floor.
No, yeah, the 5th floor is more important to me than the photographer at this moment. 6th floor is more important to me than to the photographer at this moment, but that is definitely on the to-do list. We are going to get a crossword puzzle guy, which is an illustrator. We're going to get a photography guy, and we're going to get a map drawer. Landscaper? Wait, no. So we're going to get a map drawer, an illustrator, and a photographer. Those are the 3 things we need. Frankly, I'm not 100% sure why there isn't overlap from the illustrator. Ooh, but it's silver.
Sports.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and throw Terry Paturi in there if the mobs come. 3 mobsters. Our guy can handle that. And then...
Why would they be coming?
Because it was a rigged story.
Oh.
Also, you really got to look for the information that they tell you. I know you're more focused on the stories, and that's good. I'm glad one of us is. But they also tell you what modifiers are going to happen when the thing... What the hell? Ooh, I don't have a diplomat, so I'm just not gonna follow the story. The Britain abandons gold standard. Ooh, that's actually a... Ooh! Guy? I don't know why the officer took so long to react there. You know, hearing the screams in the background is actually a little concerning.
He's got two monsters to get rid
Yep,
of.
yep. Now he's got one. Please. And boop. Okay. He gets faster at it the more skilled he is. So I could get to I can do this. I don't need to do this. Yeah. I don't need to do that. Okay. Oh, they're both damaged. Well, that is the problem with having both my typesetters next to the same side of the door, but it's fine. I think we got all our main targets here. Let me go ahead and actually start cycling things in. We just need these specific stories. So this one. Actually, there are no influence ones. So yeah, this one. This one. So that's plus 10. But then I need to grab this one and put it in the story underneath. That one seems like it's, yeah, damaged. That's probably not going to come in. Do I need... Nope. So next would be here. And then this is an entertainment story. And then this is an entertainment story. And then... We're looking at it for economy. Well, this is crime. Can I do crime? I can do crime. So, all right. I think this is our paper. Unless these guys get fixed, the actual who's it? What's? Oh, no. Hold on. Here. Eeny, meeny. There. Okay. Oh, do I want... What is this? Overtime? Right. It's only bronze. That's only a bronze level skill. It's not... I do want it, but it's not that big of a deal that I'm not getting it. Okay. But I do need more paper. Apparently I need 603 and 614 and I have 603. So we're ordering that. And as soon as that paper delivery arrives, we should be ready to print. I would prefer if either one of those machines... I just pointed. I pointed at the screen. No, it's good for you. You're in the room with me. But
I just realized that. There's the paper.
Yeah, I can load this paper in, and then... Okay, yeah. So now that that's loaded in, I'm going to keep loading, but now that that's loaded in, we can print. Yeah, I'm just going to let it go to the buzzer. Because I'm going to give these guys experience, and then this person has time to fix this machine. Oh, look, this guy's walking up the box. Good for him. I always forget that we hired a guy to do that. We don't really need to pursue any of these stories in the last day.
Yeah, let's...
I'm going to ignore them.
It's also in real time here, late.
Yes. So, yes, this will be our last one. Last trance, must print now. Start. Okay. And then we're going to go to the main map, and we have to pick where we're starting next week. Otherwise, it won't save. But it does seem
That's
like...
pretty...
Yeah, that does seem like to be a good stopping time for us. We also should have enough money, hopefully after this reduces. We don't get the full 10,000, but when this reduces... Look, I love that expression she does. Like, oh no! My heavens! My stars and garters! I don't know why I love that sort of like thing that she does. I also made the Mafia happy, which... Actually, I guess they both still distrust me, but I'll take neutral over hated. For every 6 base categories, you get an extra 3,000 sales. Cool. This one has no positive things. We just need to land either here or here to not get a penalty. So that's actually not that difficult of a challenge. Getting one extreme or one or the other on purpose is annoying, but getting just like either left or right, that's fairly doable. Okay, and we wanted the Ritz Theater so we could get, not the chandelier, the popcorn machine. We can now give our employees way nicer food. Or I guess food at all in addition to water.
Right.
Okay. That's great. Okay, so next week, would you like to go to Long Island? Or basically here, 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 or here? Do you have a strong... We can either complete one of the 3 places we haven't, like, fully... Actually, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start a new one next week, and then finish off one of the old ones to the second half of that.
That sounds good.
Okay, so here, we're going to Port Richmond. They wanted, what specifically was it? Society and tragedy. I'm pretty sure he's going to say, yeah, so it's Don't Present Entertainment. And what has she got? She's got make combos. That... Oh, make 2 different types of combos. So the Sailors is actually a little bit easier. I'm a little bit wary about the Mayor.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do the Sailor. We're going to go ahead and just start off with an easy one next time. And 3 influence points. Save that for next time. 8,000. 8,000! We can actually start off next time taking advantage of our new 6th floor. So next week we're going to get a new 6th floor. We're going to open up a new district, and it'll be fun.
Okay.
So yes, like I said, that'll be next week.
We hope.
We hope. There is something, without getting into too many personal details, there is something going on in our family over the next month and a half where we may be out of town, or at least I may be out of town. But even with this level of short notice, I still don't know specifically when. So, but I don't think it will be next week specifically. So, in all likelihood, we will. I'm gonna have to go ahead and there we go. We will pick this up next week, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. And I hope to see you there, and you too, of course.
I hope to be here.
And yeah, thanks so much for joining us. That's all I got.